What's up, traders, and welcome to my stream. Actually, today's video is gonna be like how my week went, trading around the holidays. I'm actually, what I try to do is I try to finish the course during the holidays because I knew the market is gonna be a little bit strong, a little bit weak. Like the small caps are somewhat going, but they're not like tremendously going. Takes a lot of work for them. Yesterday we had a first green day bounce pattern, and the first green day bounce pattern, my favorite pattern, pretty much it just didn't go. I was up like 20% on the ticker and it just didn't go, and I had a loss. You can see, so here CETX, I bought it at 441 and then I sold it at 396, so I had a huge loss. I made some of it back, that's just fine, but that is just sad. I'm gonna talk about that one. So my favorite pattern has been the first green day bounce. That's like my favorite pattern, and that usually works most of the time, so I try to size in on it. And the thing is, the thing yesterday, CETX, you can see, so here CETX, I'm gonna pull it up. We broke yesterday's high of $4 in the pre-market, and then the stock had an offering, really ugly price action. That was just very ugly to see. You can see, so here, that right here we had a first green day bounce right here. So it broke yesterday's high of was it yesterday? It was yesterday, right here, of 450 right there, and then it pretty much had a red a hard rejection right here. Like, I bought it right here at like 420 or whatever, because it was first green day bounce there, and then I had $1 profit there and I didn't take any of it out, and so I was long around 440, and soon enough they did an offering on me and I sold into this candle. This candle is a 15-minute, this candle is a 5-minute candle, so you can see that I had a huge profit on it because I was buying it at 4 or 440. I was buying it at 440. Actually, the buy point was around 4, and then right before it came to reclaim 440, I was in the green. They did an offering on me, and that's like not the normal pattern. Like I told yesterday my members to not get discouraged, because that's not really, I haven't seen a stock do a offering in the pre-market for it never does. Like historically in the past 5 years, I've never seen a ticker do a pre-market offering on a first green day bounce. So as you can see, I've been working on my ad. Like, I have an ad on my website. Like, you can see my ad here that I was working on it. So you can go to my website and see, like, here, from zero experience to real-time profits. And I was working on my ad yesterday or the day before, and some family member asked me, like, why are you not confident in your ad? And I told them that sometimes the best setup just doesn't work, regardless of what I do. Like, the market is not something you can just say I go to the sink, right, and I fix the faucet. I put in, I install plumbing in my house, and I put a nice plumbing, I put a nice hose, I put a nice I put a nice what is it called? I install plumbing in my house. When I go turn on the faucet, most of the time, 99.99% of the time, water is going to come out. But with trading, it's not like that. Like, even after I teach you how to how to trade my first green day bounce pattern, which should have worked just fine, it didn't. I took a big loss on it, and that's just fine. Initially I was buying it at 4 in the pre-market right here, and it went to 5, so I had, my problem is not, I should have taken some out when I'm up 20%. I should have taken some out because I wasn't planning of it coming back, and then they had an offering in the pre-market. It was ridiculous. So the ticker had everything I needed. The ticker had news, had a great chart, had a low float, and had news that day. You know, the majority of the tickers on first green day bounce, like you can see CETX here, the majority of the ticker for first green day bounce, see, we went initially from 250 to 10, and then we broke 440. I had a profit up to 520, and the ticker pretty much had an offering after that. That's very rare. I see that happening. Very rare. So I ended up making back my profit. Obviously, if I stayed in there, you can see that I traded two other tickers. I traded BTTC and BAT. So BAT was actually the ticker that was worth most trading. BEAT. This is the ticker that was most tradable. You can see, so here I was buying it right here at like 190. That was a day 2 continuation, and the thing went to like 282, and soon enough traders in the chat room were like, bro, BAT is a day 3 short, so I should have shorted. Is we came up here to the 280 line. You see, we came up to the 280 line as a day 3 short, and soon enough this thing just liquidated. So this is part of my you know, part of my setups. Like BAT was, you know, yesterday was a day 2 continuation, and today was a day 3 short. And you know, there's tons of opportunity in the market every single day. You just got to get homed in. Sometimes I'm not homed in, sometimes I am homed in. I'm kind of, you know, the market has been, you know, when you don't see the gappers more than 30%, it's just a little bit difficult. But this is the ticker that we should have traded. You know, I traded it here yesterday from 190 up to like 205, and then it went to like 287 that day. Ridiculous. BAT. And then today was a day 3 short, so if I traded that, I would have been all right. But yesterday I traded the first green day bounce. Like it's very difficult to size in the ticker you think is gonna go, because not necessarily, you know, the ticker is gonna not necessarily the ticker that that ticker that goes, you know, it's not always the ticker that you bet the most is the ticker that goes. That's the thing I'm trying to get you guys to see. Like sometimes it's just the other ticker goes and you're not sized in on it, and it's hard because if you're sized in the one that loses, you know, you give up like two or three days in losing. So you know, that's just the nature of the game. But I nailed a couple of ones yesterday. BTTC, that was yesterday as well. Today was actually pretty difficult. Like I nailed BTTC as we were going up in the pre-market over here. Yesterday we went from right here, we went from $3 up to $11, and I nailed it yesterday. Today was a little bit harder, a little bit harder, because you know, you had pre-market. I had a day 2 continuation in the pre-market, and I also had a VWAP reclaim in the middle of the day, a pre-market VWAP reclaim before 9:30, and that was straight out of my course. Like the majority of these tickers have been straight from my course. Like, you know, since I have a pattern for every VWAP reclaim that worked before 9:30, after 9:30, or a VWAP bounce, these tickers have been working really good. So, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can pretty much profit from it. Anyway, so I woke up this morning, a lot of traders were like, yo, the marijuana stocks are moving, whatever. And I'm like, you know, just because they're moving doesn't mean they're gonna continue moving. So today we had a bunch of marijuana movers, like, you know, YCBD. This is crazy. Like, look what this one did this morning. I didn't trade it at all, but this one VWAP reclaim and got up to 140. Ridiculous. Wow, this thing just VWAP reclaim. This is just the CBD theme. This is YBD. You can see, and CGC is also a ticker. No, is it CGC? I don't remember. This is Canopy Growth. No, this is YCBD. Tilray. Like, Trump was pretty optimistic about, and there's another one that these are all the top gainers of the day. So, you know, I was not really that optimistic about YCBD, I was not really that optimistic, but it looked like we got VWAP reclaim, which is very rare for a stock to VWAP reclaim like this. And pretty much CGC here going to the moon, and Tilray over here. So I don't, there though, Akan. A lot of traders were like, yo, this ticker Akan is, you know, I didn't really feel the whole CBD theme that's going on. Like, why CBD? I didn't feel it. In the morning we had this $1 roll here and we spiked to like 140, and then we VWAP reclaim. I completely missed that. And then Akan was a sympathy momentum of, you know, CBD, which you can see so here that we just spiked in the morning from like $1 to like 132. So ideally what I did trade today and yesterday, the only money that I did make today was pretty much a day 2 continuation, and that was yesterday. The day 2 continuation is the ticker I made most amount of money, which was in the pre-market, and amazingly that ticker sold off. So what was that ticker right here? What was that ticker? I forgot what the ticker was. Hold on, let me see. Where is it? JZXN. JZXN fit perfectly. Had all my criteria in the morning. I mean, even though that ticker sold off, I still managed to make like 3,400 on it. Like you can see right here in the morning. In the morning, JZXN, that was a day 2 continuation. You can see how yesterday's high was around $8. Like you can see JZXN in the morning. Yesterday's high was 850. So I pretty much drew 850 line, and I was buying it at the 850 line right about there, and then I sold it, and it went all the way to 1176. I sold most over 10, so I made a pretty nice profit on JZXN. That was a, you know, had everything that I wanted from it. I had a day 2 continuation, had pretty much the day 2 continuation, had it broke yesterday's high, and had everything I needed, man. But the market has been a little bit more difficult than usual. Like, we're waking up to gappers up 30-40%. Some of them sell off, some of them do VWAP reclaim. Like, there's a ticker that did a VWAP reclaim, was the YCBD here, that did a VWAP reclaim. So it's been a little bit more difficult to trade. Like, how many VWAP reclaims have you seen after 10:30? Not that often. So we're definitely in a grind. I would have to say, you know, I'm somewhat green on the day, but it's just a little bit struggling here. Where you know, the best thing to do is, you know, what I recommend you guys to do is, you know, try to take notes. Like, you know, these things, these educational courses, you know, these you know, you have to be in the market every single day to understand and to trade better. Like, you know, you have to practice. Like right now, look at my pants. My pants are like UFC right there. You see UFC right there. So I like to practice, you know, combat sports. I like to practice combat sports, you know, ducking, slipping, you know, the reflex bag. I like to do that. Same thing with trading. You have to continuously practice. You have to practice every single day. And sometimes you're just over leveraged. Like yesterday, I was over leveraged on the ticker that I should not be over leveraged. You see, I mean, I should have been over leveraged on. You can see, so here, CTX, I should have been over leveraged on. And the thing, you can see that I fixed most of the loss that I had yesterday, but I was a little bit over leveraged on the first green day bounce. And you know, somebody asked me, like, you know, you did a 1.5 minute ad you did a 1.5 minute ad on your channel, right? You know, why are you not confident in your channel? Because you know, look at history. Like, every time you were confident about something, where did that end you up? You know, say you were too confident about trading, where did that end you up? At a loss. Every time you're too confident in your business, what is that? Where is that gonna get you? In, you know, potential bankruptcy. Like I'm not too confident about anything these days. You know, just confidence is expensive. Confidence is expensive when it comes to trading. That's what I said. You need to be very humble with trading. Like you know, like for example, I told some subscribers to not trade, you know, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Or 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. During the times when the market is cold. Those individuals didn't listen to what I had to say. They did this for, you know, when I had a small break, when I went on my small little vacation, and then when I came back, they were depressed. Not only they were depressed, but they were also questioning everything that I had to say. And I'm like, dude, you didn't follow what I had to say. You're not renewing your membership. You're fearful of everything I have to say. You're talking back. You're accusing me of not being friendly enough to you, and you gotta go. It's just the nature of the business. It's just, you know, it's not that I'm not confident or I'm not nice. You're just breaking my rules. I have a business to maintain. Like I'm paid to trade. Like I shouldn't even taken the time to respond. Like, what is it exactly that you're doing wrong to fix your unprofitability? Like I shouldn't taken the time. That's, you know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not paid to fix, you know, I'm not paid to, you know, fix your unprofitability. I'm paid to give you, you know, I'm paid to trade, to give you opportunities, to show you opportunities that are out there in the markets, to show you like where's the risk reward. You know, that's what I'm paid to do. I'm not paid to, you know, show you like your unprofitability. It's crazy. You have to ask a financial advisor for that. How to fix your unprofitability, that's for sure. So, you know, I did good yesterday, except I was over leveraged on a stock that had an offering on a first green day bounce pattern, which doesn't happen. I never seen a stock that has an offering on first green day bounce. So like I said to many of my members, like it can get pretty pretty volatile, pretty interesting volatile until we reach you know, Christmas. You know, a couple of years ago I was watching the market and things were very quiet. Things were very quiet until you know, the last week of Christmas. So last week of Christmas is pretty much happening. Last week of Christmas is pretty much happening in a week from now. I think no, actually 2 weeks from now. What is today's date? It's happening. What is today's date? Today's the 12th. So it's 2 weeks from now that we go to Christmas. So maybe right now they're starting to move or whatever. But trading is difficult. You have to sit on your ass, plan your trades, and be very, very careful, because some of these tickers are not gonna go. Like, you know, I was sitting in my live stream and I was talking about my course consistently. Why? Because I reference back to it. I go back to it. Like, some, you know, like I recommend you guys, if you buy the course, to pretty much print it out so you'll understand the strategy that you're doing. Like, you know, we had multiple strategies that happen today. You know, we had day 3 short, you know, in pretty much that ticker yesterday. Like there's so many ways to trade these tickers, like BEAT. You can see BEAT here. BAT here was, you know, multiple setups here. Like yesterday we had a day 2 continuation, as it, you know the yesterday we had a day 2 continuation at 180. We spike up to 280, and then today we have a day 3 short risking off yesterday's high. This is straight out of my course. And you know, some of them might not work out the way you want it to be. Some of them, like, you know, like the one that I traded this morning was a first, you know, was another day 2 continuation. Those are straight out of my course. And also the first green day bounce, that's straight out of my course. And then watching the wedge of YCBD, You can see so here that this morning we had this marijuana kind of CBD. You can see so here that we had a trend line right here, also combined with a dollar roll right here. You can see so right here, we had, you know, you see the trend line right here. This is a trend line break, combined with pretty much combined with a pretty much $1 roll right there. You can see a trend line break and a VWAP reclaim this morning of YCBD. I have some traders that took this long today based on the because Trump today has said something about, you know, CBD companies. So soon enough, CBDMD Amex YCBD started running. So that's why my course is important. It's just I always reference back to it because I built it through blood, sweat, and tears. That's kind of like how I built it throughout the years, because I, you know, sat there every single day and I examined all my trades, and I'm examining still all my trades every single day. And you know, trading is difficult. It's probably the most difficult thing you can do, because it always changes on you. Like, you know, when you say you're a plumber, you know, you go install some pipes, you know, you're guaranteed that, you know, you're going to turn on the faucet, the water is going to go through that. But in trading, you're like, some of the best setups sometimes never work, and if you're oversized on them, you can have a huge loss on them. That's why you got to stay humble, because, you know, market will reward you, but if you're oversized on the wrong ticker, you're just gonna get blown out of the water. And I've seen traders just come in, try to, you know, try to copy me. Like I had some subscribers that came in and try to copy everything I do, and you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, they just quit. Like, it's just, that's not really a strategy. You wanna attend my live streams, and you wanna understand what I'm doing, and, you know, sometimes I might be red. That is possible in the trading. Like nobody can be green every single day. Like the top trader of the world, like, you know, I've seen traders make millions of dollars and then, you know, be red every single day for a whole month. that's definitely normal. That's possible. So if you decide to, you know, join in and try to mirror everything I do, what if I have a bad month? That's, you know, maybe I have a great month, maybe I have a bad month. It's just, you know, you want to stay longer, and you want to buy a course. That's what you want to do, because if you don't do that, you're going to give all your money in losses. You know, you either pay somebody that did it since, you know, till now for a long time, or you pretty much give it to the market, because the market will the market will take your money so quickly. It's not like even funny, like how quickly the market will take your money. It's just not even funny. So, you know, just be mindful of that. Take your time with trading, like, and don't have a fixed bias. Like this morning, there was, you know, we had a pretty strong bullish outlook for YCBD, you see, but we actually opened and then we sold off, and then we VWAP reclaimed. Like that's just, you know, that's, you know, the like you know, the rules come here. Try not to short the first day, right? But that is, you know, you can never be too fixed on any, you can never be fixed on any direction, because what if, you know, you're oversized, you know, your A plus setup, which I've made in the past, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. What if I'm oversized on that setup? It doesn't work. That's why I'm humble. You see me talking for a minute and 15 seconds, and when I say like what I have been working on, you never see me like aggressive, do you? I'm not like aggressive. Like, this is me being calm. You don't want to see me when I'm aggressive. I'm not aggressive with the market. You don't want to be aggressive with the market. You want to be aggressive when you're following rules, and when you're, you know, you're respecting your stop. But you don't want to be aggressive with it, you know, when you don't know what you're doing and you don't have, you know, any data. That's something you don't want to do. Hold on, the pretty much sun is coming in my face. So I leave you at that. You know, respect stop losses, respect rules, Like, this market has been a little bit more challenging. You know, as soon as we get closer to Christmas, things are gonna get easier. But as of right now, it's kind of like hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Kind of like that. That's just kind of like how the market has been. You got to detach yourself. You got to think like, you know, if I'm green, that's fine. And if I'm red, that's fine. You know, if you're red, it's just what it is. You respected your rules, you gave it a go, and you leave. If you're green, you respected your rules, you gave it a go, and you left. And you took profits. That's kind of like how you got to be doing it. Because if you're gonna be emotional, say you have one red day or one red month,